Grab your coffee and grab a seat. It's time for Variety Girlie. Hello and welcome. This is your first time watching, it's everyone's, because guess what? It's the first episode! Watching, listening, wherever you get your podcasts. Insert a sponsorship right here if anyone. Variety Girlie sponsorship opportunity. This could be your ad. For context, I want you guys to know I'm the only one producing this, so I'm actually just looking at the wall. Anyway, hi. My name is Jamie Rose Roth, and I decided to start a podcast called Variety Girlie. And I know what you're thinking. Jamie, there's 1,000,001 podcasts out there. Why the heck are you starting one now? And why not? I've wanted to start one for years, and I just always convinced myself not to, which is kind of frustrating and a little disappointing, but guess what? We're doing it now, and that's all that matters. We're living in the moment. It is 2024, honey. So who am I? What a loaded question. Let's dig in. Is this a therapy session? No, I'm kidding. I am a 31-year-old mother, wife, 9-to-5er, Canadian girly living in LA. How did I get here? Honestly, could not tell you. I remember always wanting to live here, and then my partner was like, hey, I have an opportunity to transfer jobs. And I was like, my bags are packed, let's go. Is it what I imagined? No, but I feel like that's another episode. I feel like that's not the intro episode, you know what I mean? I know I can ramble on, so I was like, Jamie, let's be prepared. Let's write things down, okay? Let me tell you guys how this is gonna go today. Who am I? Why now? This month's goals. And so the beginning of every episode is going to be kind of a ramble session of like my week, how I'm feeling, what entered my thoughts. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, come with it. It's gonna be kind of random. And then we're gonna touch on reality TV because you know your girl is a Bravo girly. If not, scroll down. I've posted other TikToks about this. I'm obsessed with Bravo, okay? Let me just say real quick, the reason why I love reality TV is because you cannot see it coming. You cannot, like, if you're watching regular TV and you see someone come into the frame that has like a brighter shirt, or like the camera just like pans to them weirdly, you're like, oh, that's the villain. Oh, this person's gonna have a storyline. Like, you can call it like that. Reality TV, the things in which Jax Taylor did that we did not see coming. Sorry, why did you steal those sunglasses? To this day, we still do not know, okay? Okay? So, we're always gonna do an intro, we're gonna do reality TV, then we're gonna do a phone a friend segment, more on that later. And today, we are gonna talk about the list of people that I would like to interview, okay? Because, shoot your shot. The sky is the limit. Lego. First things first, I got people to write in on words that describe me. They're actually on my phone, and I'm actually using my phone for this, so quick cut. Variety Girlie sponsorship opportunity. This could be your ad. Okay, welcome back, my Variety Girlies. I hope you enjoyed that short commercial break. Again, sponsor us. Okay, so the words that people wrote in with, this is what I got, okay? Hilarious, slay, strong, zesty, you know who you are, fierce, which I actually really love because that was actually from a coworker and a friend. So I thought that was really sweet. I was like, oh my gosh. Fun, funny, Elvis, hilarious, candid, stunning, which is actually from a family friend who I have known since I was like so freaking young. I haven't seen them in forever, but like I just thought that was like the sweetest thing ever. Passionate, which was from my future sister-in-law. Shout out, Andrea, love you, so excited. Shout out to my brother because he's getting married and we're so freaking excited because we love Andrea with all our heart. She's like the sweetest person. I'll hold her hand. Again, this is why we have a schedule, because we have tangents. And then I got funny again, which is like the sweetest thing. No one said I was nice, so it's like whatever, it's fine. Just kidding. I feel like the people that wrote in, like That's what I strive. I strive to be funny every day because I feel like in my family, you just wanted to be funny. You just wanted to. To dive into who am I, like, I'm a girl that's always wanted to be in entertainment. I always wanted to be an actor. I was acting in Vancouver. I thought moving out to LA, like I was like, oh, obviously I will be, I was realistic in the fact that I just thought I was gonna like skyrocket in commercial auditions. I really thought that I was going to be Jamie from State Farm. I was like, you know what? That's how they're gonna cast me. That makes the most sense. Like Jake's sister, Jamie. That's perfect. It's a whole other ball game out here. I pivoted, okay? I pivoted to another passion, which is event planning. I actually really love it. It's so bizarre. I work for a construction company, which is also like super bizarre because it's like, what kind of construction company has that many parties that they need an event coordinator? Guess what? Mine. Yes, this is also a recruiting video. So, and then as passionate as I am about event planning, I find that I need something that helps me like get even another aspect of creativity out. And guess what? Your girl likes to talk. Ask my coworkers, because guess how many times a day I spin around in my chair and I'm like, you guys are gonna die. You're gonna die at this story. Do they ever die? No, but I do think they enjoy it. I do think they enjoy these little breaks of Jamie, just sprinkling her little stories all over the place. If they don't enjoy it, they appease me very much, and I like that. I like that they're like, you know what, let's throw a dog a bone. Let's make her day by laughing at her story. So thank you. Shout out to my coworkers. I don't want to name drop because like I don't want to put you guys on blast, but you know who you are. So here we are. So Variety Girlie was formed. Why did it take so long? Honestly, don't come for me, okay? It happened, okay? I'm not asking Vera Wang why it took her 40 years to make her first wedding dress. You know why? Because she's amazing. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We got the designs that we needed, okay? You're getting the videos that you needed. Now let me dive in to my reality recap because I have some opinions. Okay, first of all, sorry for that. We're gonna talk VPR because guess what? Everyone and their mothers dissected Scandival. You know what frustrated me the most? People that didn't do their homework had people from Vanderpump Rules on their podcast. And they were like, they're like this, I just don't understand what that big deal is. Ma'am, you are not invested, okay? Okay? You don't know these people. You haven't watched them go from crappy, disgusting apartments to homes in the valley with the pool. Okay? Sick to my stomach, fam. Are you for real? You're gonna say that you don't know what the big deal is about a man cheating on his partner, and not just partner, because guess what? They were living in a house together. They shared a mortgage and they shared animals. Guess what that is? Millennial married. Millennial married. And I hope that comes across the screen there. I hope my editors get that in. Side note, I'm the editors. So yes, this man cheated on his partner, of whom he was essentially millennial married with. It's not like he cheated with a random, okay? It's not that. It's that he cheated with someone that she thought of as a very close friend. I'm not going to say best friend, but I'm going to say close friend in their own home. And not just once, not twice. An insane, like over, what did they say, 8 or 9 month period? And then, people that are like, Tom Schwartz didn't owe her anything. She was in Tom Schwartz's wedding party. That means that he looked at her as a very, very close friend, in my opinion. If you're in my wedding party, you are my ride or try. I don't want anyone to die for me, okay? You are my ride or try, okay? We're out here, and we respect each other on a friendship level. I'm not saying he had to rat on his like best friend that like, I don't know, there's something going on there. I am saying that he should have gone to Ariana and be like, hey, you need to look at your relationship because something's happening here. And maybe he should have sat them both down because they're both with his really good friends. But for him to sit on that and that creeps me out too, that he was able to lie about it for that long. Excuse me, sir? In what world? Okay, so not only was I upset about people that had them on their podcast that had no reason, like people are going on about Howie Mandel and they're like, why did he have it? There was numerous other podcasters that had them on their podcast that knew absolutely nothing. And let me tell you something, you guys. You might be thinking, JJ, how would you know how to do this? Guess what, guys? I went to school for news television. Did I like it? No. But did I retain some information? Absolutely. You do your homework, okay? Okay? Now, on top of that, the way in which I feel about Lala Kent, okay? She is a real one, okay? And when people are like, well, Lala did this. No, she didn't do the same thing. Imagine meeting a man. First of all, she met a man outside of her friend group, and he's telling her, I'm separated, I'm all this stuff. For what reason would she have to not believe him? She believed the guy she was dating. She's not going to believe her coworkers who were already had it in for her the second she walked in that door. But guess what? When she realized all of it was true, she got to step. Lala is one of my dream podcast guests because she tells it how it is, and she is not afraid to be like, you know what, I was wrong before, or like, let me pivot on this. Oh, I also really, if she doesn't restock her robes, I'm sorry guys, I just really need one of those robes. Okay. I'm not going to go through all of how I feel about Vanderpump Rules for like the past 10 years because that would be crazy unless you do want an episode on that, because I can talk about this all day. But this season, yes, it's starting off slow. We get that. Side note, I was walking the other day and I saw that smoothie place, like Just Peachy, and my friend's daughter's name is Peach, so I sent a photo of it. I was like, oh my god, so cute. Whenever I see stuff like that, I just feel like it's a sign from the universe. Then it's on Vanderpump Rules the next week, like they went there for a smoothie. I was like, stop, okay. So for the last few episodes, yes, it's been slow. First episode we loved because Sandoval wasn't a part of it. Yeah, I went there. After that, I don't have much notes on it, but what I will say on this last week's episode is Sandoval, if you're gonna cry, please let at least one tear run down your face, because if I see you wipe away one more fake tear, my god, I'm gonna give you that tear. Just kidding. I oppose physical violence. Another thing is Sandoval said that he felt that Lisa, he was like, Lisa, why are you attacking me? Let's not use these big words when you are absolutely not being attacked, especially when a woman is just sitting across from you stating her opinion. That's making you feel attacked. You guys used to serve in the war. In what world? Also, the way that Sandoval talks about people, or talks to people when they question him, is so disrespectful. It's truly insane. And what I will say is I listened to Nick Viall's podcast that had Tom Schwartz and Tom Sandoval on it, and the way that Tom spoke to Natalie boiled my blood. He was just so like, dude, what do you want? What do you want from me? What was I supposed to do? Also, I think that I need a second camera angle because I just keep, you know what I mean? And I feel like that would slay. That would slay. The way that he speaks to people that he's like, that don't agree with him is insane. And the way that he surrounds himself with yes people, I'm sorry, sir, the best friends you can have are friends that don't see eye for eye on every single subject with you, or aren't just gonna be like, yeah, you're right. Oh my god, I can't believe that. I am excited to see how this season is going to progress. However, I will also say that when they were at that last scene when Schwartz decided to invite everybody to come, I can't remember, some lake or whatever, And Ariana was basically like, these are my friends. This is like one of the first times that she's actually stating like, hey, we don't like you. Because since the reunion, everyone's been talking for her. Everyone's been yelling at people for her. And she finally was like, actually, this is how we feel. And Tom was like, you don't run this. You're not blah, 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 blah. Sir, you need to stop talking to women like that, because that's how you used to speak to Katie. And it's not okay. He's just like got the nice guy energy. And I hate it. And maturing is realizing that Katie was never the problem. I don't even care when people are like, oh, but tequila Katie. Like, no, okay, sorry, she had feelings and emotions. Honestly, for my Bravo, or like for my reality world, it's pretty Bravo. It's always Bravo. It's always Bravo. And you might be thinking like, Jamie, you were on The Bachelor. Well, that's a whole other episode, but in short, I didn't watch The Bachelor before I went on it. I watched it because my coworker and friend at the time was on it. And we all like would get together. We're like, oh my God, this is so cool. Someone we know is on TV. But like prior to her going on it, I knew absolutely nothing. I was one of those people that was like, I would never compete for a man's attention with 25 other girls. And then I ate my words. Because that man was 6'5", okay? Again, whole other tangent. Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, we're good. Okay, we're good. Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I love it. I actually really love Erica Jane. I know, obviously, like, she has, like, her, you know, things, but it's one of my favorites because I saw another TikToker say, we watch Real Housewives to watch women that have all these, like, all this money, all this stuff, have the same issues that we have. And Potomac, Dallas, RIP, and, like, Utah, it just gives broke. Like, if I wanted to watch a group of women fight that had no money, I can just, like, watch my friends' IGs. Just kidding. But you know what I mean? Like, I want to see all this glitz, this glamour, this money that's just being thrown around, and then them fight about not having a bathtub. I know that was on Utah, but, like, do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? I adore the Real. I gotta say, my top Real Housewives, obviously Beverly Hills, New York. You know what? Miami wasn't doing great, but it's a lot better. I want to see where they're gonna go with the new New York one, because I've heard rumors that they're going to put the old cast with the new cast, which is insane to me because I just feel like the old cast is so old school and they do not want to grow with the times. So like merging them would, and it would just feel so inauthentic, because in no way would like Bryn Uba be hanging out with like Sonia or oh my gosh, who's the girl that when she modeled, she was like, of course I'm blanking on her name right now, but like that's why Vanderpump Rules, Summer House, Southern Charm does so well, because it's actual friend groups. I know Summer House, they like have been bringing like different people, but there's still like a core, and it's people that like have enough in common that they like would hang out still. Like some of the Real Housewives, it's like women that are like in their 60s or up, and then it's like new women that are coming in, and I'm like, this, like they're like 30 something. Like I just feel like they typically wouldn't hang out, I guess, unless they're working together, which technically they are working together, but I don't know. I just don't know. I do have to say, it's not happening this season, obviously, but Crystal Minkoff, I gotta say, like, I've been loving her since the start. I thought there was no issue with her being like, with the whole like room thing, when, of course I'm forgetting her name, barged into Crystal's room, and Crystal, Sutton's grown on me though. Sutton has grown on me because Sutton now you see that she has like this undercover like funniness to her, and I'm like, oh, okay. But Crystal, everything that she said, she had like a right to say, and people were like going after her because of one specific word. But these women can say that they were attacked all the time just by someone talking to them, but Crystal can't use that she was, oh my gosh. This is what they tell you, mom brain, because I will literally forget I'm not saying like mom brain from my pregnancy. I'm not pregnant right now, but I will forget full words like in the middle of my sentence. It's just like atrocious. But yes, I would have to say my top housewives right now are Crystal. I'm actually weirdly liking Sutton. Who do I like I don't really like anyone from Utah. Miami, I like Kiki. At first I didn't, but I actually really like Kiki. Also, it's weird that Larsa Pippen dating Marcus Jordan. First of all, people are like, oh, if they got married, would they merge their last names? Pippen isn't her, like, Pippen isn't her actual last name. Like, I get it, she was a Pippen longer than she was a whatever, but she would drop Pippen if she married Marcus Jordan. I know that they broke up and now they're being seen together again, but it's like, you guys should break up. This is absolutely atrocious. It's so bizarre. It's so insane. Stop it. And I know they're like, well, if the roles were reversed, people like wouldn't. No, I still think it's weird. 16-year age gap is bizarre, and also if the roles were reversed, it would probably be worse. If people saw a man that they knew the kid when they were younger and she's like, I didn't actually know him. There's no way you didn't know him. There's no way you didn't know him when he was a kid. Sick to my stomach, fam. No, I have not seen that Drake video. Like, seriously, I have not. I feel like I would like Traders, but I just like, I started it and then I just like didn't sink in, I guess, maybe I should try it again because I heard Phaedra is hilarious and I like that. I need to start getting guests on this podcast because my goodness, to run this all on your own, holy cow. Team on my back. Elvis is over here sleeping. Can't even cut to him because I only have one camera angle. Don't worry guys, we're coming at you. Next week we're coming at you with some filth. It's gonna get wild up in here. Okay. Hey Jamie, let's phone a friend. I'm gonna call a friend. I know, it's crazy, but I feel like it would be really funny. That's basically it. Might ask them a question. I'm not going to do it on this segment because again, I'm using my phone for this. But I think that's going to make a really fun segment. I need to get some like celebrities numbers that I can just call and be like, hey, I had to phone a friend. Just kidding. My dream is to be able to interview people on this podcast. And don't worry, I'll go to you guys. You don't have to come here. You don't have to travel. I'll come to you. Lala, Avi, I need to talk to her about everything she's been through. I need to talk to her about her like family life, the way in which she talks about being a mother. I just like, she's just so like raw and open and just like, it's amazing to hear and to speak about. Paige DeSorbo, because I'm severely obsessed with her. And Craig, I think it's absolutely hilarious. I love her podcast. I just love everything. As you guys probably saw in my Get Ready With Me, I need a makeup artist. I would love to interview my friend Becca at some point, just to do like an everyday makeup routine and like what other women could like do to help with their everyday makeup, because you know I need help, we need help. So Becca at Blank Canvas Beauty, I'm obsessed with her. Paulina Gretzky, and you guys are probably like, wow Jamie, that came out of left field. She is linked with Paige DeSorbo and Craig Conover, and I just like want to know how that happened. I want to know more about her and DJ Johnson. DJ Johnson. I think it's just Dustin Johnson. I want to know about family life, being raised by Wayne Gretzky. Like, I just have so many questions. This is obviously my top guest of all time ever would be Snoop Dogg. I have had this I've just always been fascinated by him. I love his music. Everything that he comes out with is an absolute bop. My child and I listened to the his kids album. It's absolute fire. And he's like a businessman. Like, tell me more about that, sir. Tell me more about that. That's just my list for now, okay? More coming at you. Some podcasts that I listen to that I'm truly obsessed with. Giggly Squad, freaking love. And I don't know what I was talking about at work. I go on tangents, as you know. And I was talking to my VP, I use a VP, I don't know, at work. And I was like, yeah, like this podcast I listened to, they like had talked about this and like blah, blah, blah. And he's like, oh, what's the podcast called? Giggly Squad? And the way his face was like, okay. I was like, yep. But their podcast is so good. They basically just like make me laugh for like an hour. I don't think they've only had one guest on their podcast, which was Trevor Wallace, who's freaking hilarious. I'm obsessed with him too. That's one. The Lala's podcast, obviously, is so good. Is so freaking good. I love that she's a Bravo celebrity that's also obsessed with Bravo. So she like breaks down all the Real Housewives too, and I just like love hearing it from there. This week, I am going to take better notes and have way more opinions about all of the reality shows, because guess what? Your girl's coming prepared. Nick Viall's podcast, Viall Files, is actually insanely good. For me as a viewer, like, I want you to ask them questions, listen to the answer, and then ask them a follow-up question based off of that. And I feel like he absolutely kills it. And he asks questions where it's like, oh, should he be asking that? But it's like in a very respectful way. And he's not afraid to disagree with the person that he invites on. He gives his opinion without being like kind of an asshole. I feel like some podcasters, they have like a list of questions and they're just like shooting them off with like absolutely, and it's not a bit, like they're literally, that's just like what they're doing. So since it's not a bit, it's not funny. Like, I know that some people ask questions without like they're like, okay, whatever, and they like move on, but like that's their bit. But like some podcasters, it's just like, oh, you're just like, we're not gonna dig into their answer there. Okay, this sounds good. Or like, again, they don't do their research, so they know nothing about the person that they're interviewing, and they're just like, I just got you on here, like, ha ha ha, chin chin, rah, 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 rah. Elvis, do you have any notes? The fact that he won't even crawl over here is like truly wild. He's literally sitting arm's reach away from me and is like pretending that he's absolutely not. But if I am filming an audition, you best believe he's all up in my girl. The one time I actually invite him to be on camera, he's like, I'm good. Thank you so much. My goals for this podcast is to create a community. I want there to be variety girlies everywhere. I want to interview so many people. I want to learn, and I hope you learn with me. And I just want to have fun. I want a place where when you're driving in the car and you don't have a friend to call because maybe it's super late at night, you're like, oh my god, I can turn on Variety Girlie, and you're gonna feel like you're talking to a friend on the drive home. That's what we want. Thank you so much for bearing with me. No, I'm just kidding. Thank you for tuning in. I promise it's just gonna get bigger and better. I feel like this was just like a base episode, and from here on out, sky's the limit. Variety Girlie out.